Hi, my name is Joanne Bird. I go by Joey. This afternoon, I will be talking to you about my dissertation proposal. I do apologize for the hotel room background. I am coming to you live from the U.S. Youth Soccer Regional Tournament. So my dissertation proposal, the impact of teacher leadership opportunities on teacher retention. As we all know, there are a large number of teachers who are currently leaving the field of education for varying reasons. I'm curious as to whether or not leadership opportunities would provide the teachers a feeling of value input, and whether or not that impacts our overall retention rates and is something that we should be strategically working on in our districts and buildings. So with teacher retention, a current issue, this study aims to determine if teacher leadership opportunities positively impact the overall retention rates. Specifically, the types of leadership opportunities at varying levels in the district, how these are supported through administration or mentors, teacher awareness of these positions, and their likelihood to obtain one based on specific dispositions. There's a lot of research around the topic of teacher retention as well as teacher leadership opportunities. Killian et al. Have noted that teacher leadership is an important practice in the field of education. Specifically, they were quoted in saying, a powerful strategy to promote effective, collaborative teaching practices in schools that lead to increased student achievement, improved decision-making at the school and district level, and create dynamic teacher profession of the 21st century is teacher leadership. Teachers want to be treated as professionals and often leave the field due to dissatisfaction or feelings that don't add up to that. School districts and buildings need to leverage student leadership practices to facilitate school improvement, pardon me, improve both teacher learning and student success, all while creating growth opportunities for teachers. Research and literature shows that highly effective teachers, those passionate about education, want to stay in the profession. And districts need to be strategic in implementing opportunities with the goal of retention. The literature, How to Retain Effective Teachers Through Teacher Leadership, noted that in order to ensure that the most ambitious and effective teachers stay for 10 years and beyond, school systems should create career ladders that allow teachers to gradually earn leadership opportunities that meet their aspirations, provide them the time to serve, and compensate them appropriately. Further, in order to improve teacher retention and teachers' feelings of value in the workplace, districts and buildings need to provide leadership opportunities to help encourage teachers to stay in the profession. My qualitative research questions: what types of leadership opportunities are provided for teachers in our district that increase feelings of value and a desire to retain their position? How are teacher leadership positions supported, and what teacher dispositions are required to secure them? The theoretical framework. Theoretical model to empower, encourage, and retain teachers is incredibly fitting as per my topic. This theory explains how individuals leave the teaching profession due to job dissatisfaction, a lack of support from the school administration, and a lack of influence over school decision-making, all of which teacher leadership opportunities could support. The conceptual framework. The conceptual framework for teacher leadership. This describes the attributes of a teacher leader, the leadership work itself, the means of teacher leadership influence, the targets of leadership influence, and overall outcomes and goals. I think this is fitting for the topic as it outlines what the dispositions are that are recognized for these positions, what these positions are and entail, because often I think that teachers are unaware that they're even existing. This is a phenomenological study. It will explore different teacher leadership positions and the impact of these opportunities on the desire to retain one's position through the experience of both teachers and leaders in the district. It will seek to interpret individuals' perceptions about teacher leadership positions and their impact on retention, and will provide a thorough structural descriptions of the findings. Participants in the study, those selected for interviews will be done through purposive or judgment sampling, meaning individuals who are representative of the population or who can provide relevant information. There will be a total of 7 interviews: 1 district leader, 2 principals, 2 veteran teachers, and 2 teachers with less than 5 years of experience. Individuals who participate in the focus group will be selected as new participants, meaning not part of the interview process, totaling 4 or 5 individuals, half veteran and half with less than 5 years experience. The survey will be provided to individuals from 2 buildings, no more than 100 individuals with a range of teaching and leadership opportunities. My qualitative data. Interviews will be either video and or audio recorded, which will allow for documentation beyond text into behavioral cues. Behavioral cues are often more indicative than the words that people are sharing. Questions will be precise and geared toward individual experiences as leaders and individuals in terms of connection of teacher retention and teacher leadership opportunities. With the with the district leader and the principals, these will be partially structured interviews. I think it's important that questions can be modified or adapted throughout the process if need be. The focus group will include 4 to 5 individuals again, who are not part of the interview process. These sessions will be recorded and then response coded. Again, that will be done so that note can be made of behavioral cues throughout the process. All guiding questions will stem from trends identified through the survey and interviews. Data analysis. During interviews, audio will be transcribed through Google Docs. It will then be analyzed, notes will be taken, trends will be identified and color-coded and sorted using axial coding and selective coding. Focus groups will be video recorded, then notes taken to chart and record important information. That information will also be color-coded and sorted. Google Forms will be used to collect the survey data, which will then be filtered into Google Sheets. The data collected will be analyzed multiple times and trends identified. This process will be revisited for each of the data results as the research study progresses to ensure that all trends and connections have been made and that I have been or done my best to make sure that happens. As per artifacts, the district retention rates will use memorying to make some initial ideas, and then focused coding will be used to arrange or divide. Axial coding, again, will be used to make those connections, which will be color-coded and sorted. Then Vivo codes will be used to name each code based on the words or phrases used by participants. It's a practice I use in my daily life. I'm actually excited to start this process and start coding and color coding away. My trustworthiness techniques. For credibility and internal validity, I'll use peer debriefing and member checks. Focus groups will take an opportunity to discuss if results are both sensible and reliable, as well as to ensure participant perspectives to accurately assess and code. Member checks. Through interviews and focus groups, participants will have the opportunity to express themselves. Throughout, steps will be taken to determine accuracy. This can be revisited to ensure that people and their opinions are properly represented in the data. Transferability and external validity. Detailed descriptions of context, as well as a reflexivity journal. Detailed descriptions, well-written documentation of survey, interview, focus groups is incredibly important to effectively interpret data. Careful attention will be given to accuracy and the detail of descriptions. As per the journal, well-structured and thorough notes will be taken throughout the entire process. For dependability and reliability, I will utilize triangulation and an audit trail. Surveys, interviews, focus groups will provide multiple opportunities for data collection to determine if the accuracy of responses and to ensure results align with one another. The audit trail, precise and vigilant descriptions will be provided in regards to all research methods used. This will aid in increasing fidelity and the reliability of results for those reading. Confirmability and objectivity, again, that audit trail precise, and vigilant descriptions will be provided in regards to all research methods. This will aid in increasing fidelity and reliability. And then a reflexivity. To ensure no personal biases infiltrate the study, self-reflection will be used throughout, not just to recognize these, but to actively search for them as well. Ethical considerations. Of course, initial approval will be obtained from both Carson-Newman University's Institutional Review Board, as well as the school district where the study will take place. All participants will be made clear of the purpose of the study and assured that their personal information and input will be confidential through signed informed consent. Although all participants will have access to read the final report, school and individual names will again remain completely confidential. Peer debriefing, member checks, and an audit trail will take place throughout the process to maintain dependability and credibility as well. I appreciate your time today. I look forward to working with you throughout this journey. I appreciate all of the guidance I've already been given. I am excited to start this process. Please let me know what questions you have about my research, and I look forward to hearing back from you about your thoughts. Thank you for your time.